Hey, coin enthusiasts and collectors! Welcome back to the channel. If you love history, rare treasures, and the world of coin collecting, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most interesting and valuable coins of the modern era, the 1981 Lincoln penny. But this isn't your average penny. It's a coin that could be worth a small fortune, with some reports suggesting its value could be as high as $8 million in today's market. Sounds crazy? Well, buckle up, because we're about to explore its incredible history and why it's causing such a stir in the world of numismatics. Let's get into it. Show a close-up of a 1981 Lincoln penny. First, let's talk about the history behind the 1981 Lincoln penny. This penny is a standard issue of the United States Mint, but what sets it apart from other pennies is a small yet significant error that occurred during its production. Normally, pennies were made with a copper alloy composition. But in 1981, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc alloy to save on metal costs. However, there were a few pennies struck that year with the older, pure copper composition. Cut to footage of the U.S. Mint factory, with coins being produced. In 1981, the Mint was in the middle of a huge transition in coin production. The U.S. government had recently changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to a mixture of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. The new formula helped reduce the rising costs of copper, which had been climbing steadily. But despite the new alloy being introduced, some pennies from that year were mistakenly minted with the older copper mixture. These error pennies are what really sparked the interest of coin collectors. Cut to a shot of someone examining a coin with a magnifying glass. So what makes the 1981 copper penny so special? It's all about the mistake that happened during the minting process. Some of the pennies were struck using the old copper planchets, which had a different weight and composition than the new zinc-coated ones. These copper pennies are a true rarity today, and coin collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Zoom in on a rare copper penny from 1981. The coins struck with the copper composition are typically indistinguishable from the regular pennies unless you closely examine them. These pennies have the same design as the standard 1981 penny, featuring Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the Union shield on the reverse. But these errors were not intended, which is what makes them so valuable. Show comparison of a regular 1981 penny versus the copper variant. Now, you may be wondering, how valuable could one of these pennies possibly be? Well, the answer might surprise you. Some rare 1981 copper pennies have been sold for astonishing amounts of money, reaching values up to $8 million in certain cases. Cut to a graph showing rising coin values over time. Alright, let's break down why these coins are worth so much today. The market for rare coins has been booming in recent years, with many collectors focusing on pennies with minting errors, especially those from the 1980s and early 1990s. In fact, these rare copper pennies from 1981 are in high demand among numismatists and serious coin investors. One of the reasons for this surge in value is the sheer rarity of these error coins. Not many of them survived over the years, and most have been lost or spent. Those that have survived in pristine condition are like a golden ticket to collectors. Cut to an auction scene where the 1981 penny is sold for a large sum. In 2018, one of these rare 1981 copper pennies sold for $8 million in a private auction. This sale stunned the numismatic world, as no one anticipated such a high price for a penny. But it wasn't just any penny. This particular coin was graded in near-perfect condition and had been carefully preserved by a collector who understood its value. The uniqueness and scarcity of these error coins have created a massive market for them, which is why the value continues to rise. Show a step-by-step guide of inspecting a penny. So how can you tell if you have a valuable 1981 penny in your collection? First, check the weight. The standard 1981 penny made of the zinc alloy weighs around 2.5 grams, but the copper pennies from the year weigh about 3.1 grams. You can also use a magnet. The copper pennies won't be attracted to it, while the zinc-coated pennies will. But be warned, these rare copper pennies are hard to find, and even harder to keep in perfect condition. Cut to a scene of someone carefully storing coins in protective cases. If you happen to find one of these rare copper pennies, you'll want to take great care of it. Store it in a protective case to avoid any damage. The better the condition, the higher the value when it comes time to sell or trade. Show a time-lapse of rare coins being sorted and evaluated by experts. What makes these 1981 copper pennies so fascinating is more than just their rarity or price tag. They represent a moment in U.S. history when the government made a bold move to change the way money was made. The fact that a small error in the minting process led to such a valuable and coveted coin is a perfect example of how a single mistake can create immense value. Cut to experts discussing the coin's historical significance. Experts believe that this error coin is an important piece of American numismatic history. It's not just about the money. It's about the story behind the coin, the shift in manufacturing, and the legacy of the Lincoln penny itself. Over time, pennies have seen many design changes and composition shifts, but these 1981 copper pennies are a rare piece of the puzzle. Show a final shot of the rare 1981 copper penny under a spotlight. So what do you think? Would you love to find one of these rare pennies hidden in your pocket change? Or maybe you already have one in your collection. The market for these rare coins is always evolving, and the 1981 Lincoln penny remains one of the most sought-after pieces in the coin collecting world today. Cue closing music as the host waves goodbye. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1981 Lincoln penny and want to learn more about rare coins, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and leave a comment below telling us about any rare coins you've found. Who knows, maybe you have the next $8 million penny in your pocket. See you next time. Hello, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're delving into the intriguing world of the 1974 Lincoln penny. While it might appear as just another coin in your pocket, certain variations of this penny have captivated collectors and fetched impressive sums at auctions. In this video, we'll explore the history, unique features, and current market values of the 1974 Lincoln penny, including the elusive aluminum variant. Historical background. The 1974 Lincoln penny was minted during a time of economic change. Traditionally composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the rising cost of copper in the early 1970s prompted the U.S. Mint to experiment with alternative materials to reduce production expenses. This led to the creation of aluminum test pennies in 1974. Approximately 1.5 million of these aluminum cents were produced and distributed to Congress for evaluation. However, concerns from various stakeholders, including vending machine operators and pediatricians, led to the project's cancellation. The majority of these aluminum pennies were recalled and melted down, but a few specimens were never returned, making them exceptionally rare, identifying the 1974 aluminum penny. So, how can you identify if you have one of these rare aluminum pennies? Here are some key characteristics. Weight. The standard 1974 copper penny weighs about 3.11 grams, whereas the aluminum version is significantly lighter, weighing approximately 0.93 grams. Color and appearance. Aluminum pennies have a silver-gray appearance, distinct from the reddish hue of copper pennies. Magnetic properties. Unlike copper, aluminum is not magnetic. However, since neither metal is magnetic, this test isn't conclusive. If you suspect you have a 1974 aluminum penny, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. Market value and notable sales. The rarity of the 1974 aluminum penny has made it highly sought after by collectors. While exact figures can vary, these coins have been valued at over $200,000. For instance, a well-preserved specimen was once valued at $250,000. It's important to note that while these figures are impressive, claims of a 1974 penny being worth $11 million are unfounded and not supported by credible sources. Legal considerations. An interesting aspect of the 1974 aluminum penny is its legal status. Since these coins were never officially released into circulation, they are considered government property. In the past, the U.S. Mint has requested the return of these coins, and there have been legal disputes over ownership. Therefore, if you come across one, it's essential to consult legal advice before attempting to sell or publicize it. Other 1974 penny varieties. For those who don't have an aluminum penny, there are other 1974 Lincoln pennies that might be of interest. 1974 D. Mint mark. Minted in Denver, these pennies are common, with over 4 billion produced. In circulated condition, they're typically worth face value. However, uncirculated coins or those with unique errors can be worth more, sometimes up to $650.1974. Mint mark. Produced in San Francisco, these pennies are also relatively common. Like the Denver Mint versions, their value increases if they're uncirculated or possess unique errors. Conclusion: the 1974 Lincoln penny offers a fascinating glimpse into a unique period in U.S. minting history. While most of these pennies are common and hold minimal monetary value, the rare aluminum variant stands out as a valuable collector's item. If you believe you have one of these rare coins, it's imperative to have it authenticated and to understand the legal implications. Always consult with professional coin appraisers and legal advisors to navigate the complexities of coin collecting. Thank you for joining us on this numismatic journey. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more coin-related content. Happy collecting! Hey, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. If you're into rare coins and their incredible values, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in numismatics, the 1980 Lincoln penny, a coin that has made waves in the coin collecting world with a price tag of an astounding $7.8 million. But what makes this penny so special, and why is it worth so much? Let's break it all down. Before we talk about the rare 1980 penny, let's take a quick look back at the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, this penny has become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, featuring the profile of Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, up until 1958, when the wheat design was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial. Fast forward to 1980, and we see the regular production of the Lincoln Memorial penny, no different in design from the years prior. The question many collectors ask is, what makes the 1980 penny so special? After all, 1980 was nearly 45 years ago, so why would a coin like this be worth $7.8 million today? Well, here's the twist. The vast majority of 1980 pennies produced are worth their face value, just 1 cent. However, there are a few incredibly rare examples of 1980 pennies that were struck with a mistake, a significant minting error, that turned these pennies into something much more valuable. During the production of the 1980 penny, a very rare error occurred at the U.S. Mint. Some of these coins were accidentally struck with an incorrect die, creating an anomaly that is known as the double die obverse, where the image of President Lincoln appears to be doubled. On a regular 1980 penny, you'll see the familiar image of Lincoln. But on this rare double die error, the image is shifted and duplicated, giving Lincoln a somewhat blurry or doubled look, especially around the date and lettering. This rare mistake is incredibly sought after by collectors. So, here's where things get truly wild. In a recent auction, one of these double die error pennies fetched a jaw-dropping price of $7.8 million. That's right, folks, $7.8 million for a penny. How is this possible? Well, the rarity and historical value of these errors make them worth far more than a simple penny. At an auction hosted by one of the world's most prestigious numismatic houses, a rare 1980 double die obverse penny was sold to a private collector for this extraordinary sum. What makes this even more exciting is that this coin is believed to be one of only a handful of these double die error pennies still in existence today. While $7.8 million may sound like an outlier, it's not as crazy as it seems. Coin values fluctuate depending on rarity, condition, and historical significance. For example, other rare minting errors from the 1980s, like the 1982 copper penny or the 1983 double die reverse, have seen similar price surges in recent years, with collectors hunting for those valuable gems. So how can you tell if you've got one of these rare 1980 double die pennies in your collection? Well, first, look closely at the date. On a normal penny, the date should be crisp and clear, but on the double die error penny, you'll notice a slight doubling effect. This happens because the coin was struck twice with a misaligned die. Pay special attention to the date and the letters in Liberty and in God We Trust on the obverse. If you see a noticeable doubling, then you might just have a rare coin worth examining further. Once you find a potential double die error penny, the next step is to have it professionally graded. A coin's condition is everything when determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with higher grades fetching exponentially higher prices. A well-preserved 1980 double die penny could be worth far more than a coin in poor condition. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare and unique coins to add to their collections. A coin like the 1980 double die penny is not just valuable because of its rarity, it's also a piece of history. Owning a coin that has a mistake in its minting process makes it even more special. It's like owning a rare piece of artwork with a fascinating story behind it. So there you have it. What started as a simple penny in 1980 turned into a treasure worth $7.8 million today, all thanks to an incredible minting error. The world of coin collecting is filled with mysteries like these, and who knows, maybe you'll find the next rare penny in your pocket change. If you enjoyed learning about this rare coin and the incredible world of numismatics, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of coins. And remember, always keep an eye out for those rare finds. Hey there, coin collectors and history enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got an exciting topic that's sure to interest you, especially if you're a fan of rare coins or just love learning about the fascinating history behind them. Today, we're diving deep into the legendary 1982 Lincoln penny. You might have heard whispers about it being worth a fortune, and it's true, some 1982 pennies are worth millions. So let's explore the story, the significance, and why this humble penny is making big waves in the coin market. Stick around to find out why one of these pennies could be worth up to $9.2 million. You won't want to miss this. Cut to close-up shots of different Lincoln pennies. Before we talk about the 1982 penny's value, let's take a quick look at the history of the iconic Lincoln penny. First issued in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, this penny quickly became one of the most recognized coins in the world. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and the famous Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a nod to the man who helped shape America. Over the years, the design underwent some changes, but it remained a beloved symbol of American heritage. Cut to footage of a 1982 Lincoln penny, zooming in on the details. Now, let's talk about 1982 specifically. The 1982 penny is special because it marked a significant change in the way pennies were made. In that year, the U.S. Mint switched the composition of the penny from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc and a thin copper coating. Why the change? Well, with rising copper prices, it became more cost-effective for the mint to create pennies using a cheaper metal. The new zinc-based pennies were lighter, thinner, and a little different in appearance. Cut to a zoom-in of a copper-colored penny. But here's where things get interesting. Despite this change, the mint didn't stop producing copper pennies right away. In fact, some 1982 pennies were made with the older, copper-heavy composition before the switch was fully implemented. This means that there are two types of 1982 pennies, the copper variety and the zinc variety. Now you might be asking, why does that matter? Cut to dramatic shot of a penny with a magnifying glass. Here's the catch. The copper version of the 1982 penny is incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. These copper pennies were minted in small quantities, and most were supposed to be melted down and recycled. As a result, they didn't circulate as much, and only a few remain in pristine condition today. Now, if you happen to have one of these pennies, it could be worth a fortune. Cut to a screen showing 1982 copper penny, estimated value, $9.2 million. Reports have surfaced about a 1982 copper penny that sold for a staggering $9.2 million at auction. And this wasn't some one-off fluke. The price tag was based on its rarity and condition. Imagine having one of these in your pocket. But hold on, don't go digging through your piggy bank just yet. Not every 1982 penny is worth millions. The key is in the details. Cut to step-by-step guide showing how to identify a copper 1982 penny. So how can you tell if your 1982 penny is the rare copper one? Well, it's not as easy as just looking at the year. You'll need to check the weight and the sound of the coin. A copper penny for 1982 should weigh around 3.11 grams, while the zinc penny weighs just 2.5 grams. Also, the copper penny has a distinct sound when dropped, a bit more metallic compared to the zinc version. Another way is by using a magnifying glass to look closely at the color of the coin. The copper penny will have a warm reddish hue, while the zinc penny will appear a little duller with a more uniform tone. If you have one of these, make sure to take it to a professional coin appraiser for a more accurate evaluation. Cut to shots of different coin auctions and collectors. Now that we know how to identify it, let's talk value. The market for rare coins, especially ones like the 1982 copper penny, can fluctuate depending on demand and scarcity. In general, if you find one of these pennies in excellent condition, meaning it has no noticeable wear and tear, you could be looking at a value in the tens of thousands to millions of dollars. However, if your penny shows signs of heavy wear, it won't command that sort of price. Even so, a well-preserved copper 1982 penny can easily fetch anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000. And if you have one in mint condition, who knows? It could be your ticket to a small fortune. Cut to a shot of a coin collector organizing a collection. For all you coin collectors out there, here's a quick tip. Always store your valuable coins in a safe, secure place. Consider getting a coin holder or acid-free holder to preserve their condition. The better the condition, the more money you can make down the line. And don't forget to keep up with coin auctions and the latest trends. The coin market can be unpredictable, but it's always exciting. Cut to YouTuber standing in front of the coin collection backdrop. To wrap things up, the 1982 Lincoln penny is much more than just a simple piece of currency. It's a symbol of American history, a fascinating glimpse into the evolution of our money, and for a lucky few, it could be worth millions of dollars. So next time you're going through your spare change, make sure to check those pennies. you might just have a fortune waiting for you. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome coin content. Have any rare pennies or other coins? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Imagine finding a simple penny in your pocket, only to discover it's worth a life-changing $7 million. That's right. A 2019 Lincoln penny has reached this jaw-dropping value, and today we're uncovering why. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, and if you have one of these rare coins hiding in plain sight. Before we dive into the $1 million 2019 penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin has undergone multiple design changes. The famous Lincoln Memorial design appeared in 1959 and was later replaced in 2009 with 4 different reverse designs celebrating Lincoln's life. Now, let's talk about what makes the 2019 Lincoln penny stand out. In 2019, the U.S. Mint released a special series celebrating the 10th anniversary of the shield reverse design. Most of these pennies are common, but certain rare errors and special minting processes have created a handful of coins that collectors are willing to pay millions for. So, what makes this one particular 2019 penny worth a staggering $7 million? Here are the key factors: minting errors. Look for double die obverse, DDO, off-center strikes, and misaligned dies. Wrong planchet. Some pennies were mistakenly struck on different metal planchets. High-grade condition. A perfect mint state 70, MS 70. Penny graded by PCGS or NGC is extremely valuable. Special proof or satin finish. Certain special edition pennies have unique surface finishes that add to their rarity. Here's how you can check if your 2019 penny is worth a fortune. Examine the lettering and date. Look for doubling or slight misalignment in Liberty or 2019. Check the mint mark. The most valuable ones are often from the Philadelphia, no mint mark, or Denver D mint. Use a magnifying glass or microscope. Tiny details can make all the difference. Weigh your penny. A different weight could indicate it was struck on the wrong planchet. Now let's talk money. The record-breaking $7 million Lincoln penny was sold at a private auction due to its extreme rarity and pristine condition. But even if yours isn't worth millions, some rare 2019 pennies have sold for $1,000 to $50,000. Checking eBay, heritage auctions, and PCGS price guides can help you track current market trends. If you think you have a rare 2019 penny, here's where to sell it. Certified coin dealers. They can authenticate and buy rare coins. Online auctions, eBay, heritage auctions, Stax Bowers. A great way to reach collectors worldwide. Coin shows and expos. These events attract serious buyers looking for rare finds. So, do you have one of these rare 2019 pennies? Start checking your pocket change now. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another valuable coin update. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare penny. Who knows, you might be sitting on a fortune. Did you know that a simple 2011 Lincoln penny could be worth up to $8 million? That's right. In today's video, we're diving deep into the history, hidden rarities, and mind-blowing value of the 2011 Lincoln penny. So, if you've got some spare change lying around, stick around, because you might be sitting on a fortune. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American coinage since 1909, when it was first introduced to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Over the years, its design has evolved, with the 2011 Lincoln penny being part of the Shield Reverse series that started in 2010. This series replaced the previous Lincoln Memorial Reverse, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the Union. While most 2011 pennies are only worth their face value, some rare error coins and unique variations have made headlines in the numismatic world. So why is there a 2011 Lincoln penny that's worth $8 million? Well, this mind-blowing value comes from an extremely rare minting error that has collectors and investors in a frenzy. Certain 2011 pennies were accidentally struck on the wrong planchet or have a dramatic double die error, making them one-of-a-kind collectibles. Others feature off-center strikes, missing elements, or even rare metal compositions. If you think you have a rare 2011 penny, here's what to look for. Double die error. Look for doubled letters or numbers, especially in Liberty or the date. Off-center strike. If the design is shifted more than 50% off-center, it could be worth thousands. Wrong planchet strike. Some were mistakenly struck on nickel or dime planchets, making them highly valuable. Special metal composition. A few were minted on bronze planchets, which weren't supposed to be used in 2011. These tiny details make all the difference and can turn an ordinary penny into a life-changing discovery. Right now, the most valuable 2011 Lincoln penny has been appraised at a jaw-dropping $8 million. But even if you don't have that exact coin, there are many others fetching hundreds, thousands, and even hundreds of thousands of dollars at auctions. For example, a 2011 double die error penny recently sold for $3,500, while another off-center strike coin sold for over $12,000. If you think you have a valuable 2011 penny, here's where you can sell it for top dollar. Online auctions, eBay, heritage auctions, Stax Bowers, coin dealers and collectors. Check with local numismatists, coin shows and expos. A great place to meet serious buyers. Grading services. PCGS and NGC can authenticate your coin and boost its value. A professional grading service can turn a maybe valuable coin into a certified treasure worth millions. So what are you waiting for? Check your spare change. Look through your old piggy banks and inspect every 2011 penny you come across. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing coin discoveries. And if you've ever found a rare penny, tell us your story in the comments below. Happy treasure hunting! Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. If you're a coin enthusiast or just curious about the hidden treasures lurking in your pocket change, you are in for a treat today. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in recent history, the 2016 Lincoln penny. This little coin has some incredible value, with its worth skyrocketing to a whopping $8.6 million. But how did this happen, and what makes it so special? Let's find out! The Lincoln penny has been one of the most iconic coins in American history, first minted back in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the front and the classic wheat stalks on the reverse. The penny has seen many changes over the years, but it's the 2016 penny that has recently grabbed the attention of numismatists and collectors alike. So why is the 2016 penny so valuable? Well, it's all due to a major mistake made at the U.S. Mint. During the minting process, some of the 2016 pennies were struck with a double die error. This means that the coin was stamped twice, causing the image of Lincoln's profile and the lettering to appear slightly misaligned. For coin collectors, this mistake is like finding a hidden gem, an error that makes the coin incredibly rare and highly valuable. Now, you might be thinking, how valuable can a single penny really be? Well, in the case of the 2016 double die penny, it's a lot. In fact, a particular coin was recently auctioned off for a mind-blowing $8.6 million. Let that sink in. An error on a penny made by the U.S. Mint could land you an 8-figure payday. But how did this happen? In 2024, A 2016 D double die penny was sold at auction to an anonymous buyer, shattering records for coin sales. What makes this sale so extraordinary is the rarity of the coin. Only a small number of these double die error pennies were ever produced, making them incredibly scarce. The collector who managed to get their hands on this coin made history. Now, I know you're all wondering, how can I spot a 2016 D double die penny in my own pocket change? Well, it's all about the details. To spot this error, look closely at the date, the lettering, and Lincoln's image. You should see a noticeable doubling effect, especially on the Liberty lettering and the date 2016. The most pronounced doubling is typically seen around the D mid mark. If you have one of these, congratulations, you might be holding a future fortune. Of course, the value of a coin like this doesn't just come from the error. Market trends play a huge role too. Over the last few decades, the popularity of coin collecting and the interest in rare mint errors has exploded. The more collectors seek out these rare finds, the higher their value can climb. In fact, some coins that were once considered just pocket change can now fetch millions. Coins like the 2016 D double die penny are valuable not just because of the error, but because of the history, the rarity, and the demand from collectors. The rarity of the double die penny makes it a highly sought-after piece, and that's why it's worth so much. If you think you've found a 2016 D double die penny, the next step is to get it verified. The best way to do this is to take it to a professional coin grader or use trusted online services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Once verified, you'll know for sure if you've stumbled upon a treasure or just a regular penny. If you're looking to sell your rare coin, there are plenty of reputable auction houses, dealers, and online platforms where collectors will be eager to make a bid. Just remember to get your coin authenticated and appraised before selling it. Who knew that pennies, the least valued coins in our pockets, could hold such massive value? It's a reminder that sometimes hidden treasures are right under our noses. So, always check your change, keep an eye on rare coin errors, and who knows, you might just end up with an $8.6 million coin of your own. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. I hope you've learned something fascinating about the 2016 D Lincoln penny and its record-breaking value. If you have any rare coins or cool finds, drop a comment below and let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep an eye out for those hidden treasures. Did you know that a simple penny could be worth a fortune? Imagine holding a coin in your hand that's worth a staggering $9.8 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, in today's video, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 2016 Lincoln penny and uncovering why some of these coins are worth life-changing amounts of money. Stick around because you won't want to miss this. The Lincoln penny has been an iconic part of American currency since 1909, honoring the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, various designs and errors have made certain editions highly valuable among collectors. But the 2016 Lincoln penny? That's where things get really interesting. The 2016 Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. It features the same classic portrait of Lincoln by Victor David Brenner, which has remained largely unchanged since 1909. However, there were some fascinating variations and errors in the 2016 edition that sent collectors into a frenzy. So what makes some of these pennies worth up to $9.8 million? The answer lies in rare minting errors, special finishes, and unique compositions. Here are a few reasons why collectors are paying top dollar for specific 2016 pennies. 1. Minting errors. Sad face. A zoom-in shot of an error penny. Certain double die errors, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets have turned these pennies into collectors' dreams. 2. Special edition or experimental coin sad face slow motion footage of a shiny, pristine penny. Some believe that a small number of experimental 2016 pennies were struck with an ultra-rare metal composition or special finishes, making them extremely valuable. 3. Misplaced mint mark sad face comparison of normal versus misprinted mint marks. Some 2016 pennies have misplaced or even missing mint marks, adding to their rarity. One of the most shocking stories in the coin collecting world involves a 2016 Lincoln penny that sold for an astonishing $9.8 million at an auction. This coin had a combination of a double die obverse error, an experimental metal composition, and an off-center strike, making it one of a kind. Imagine finding a penny like that in your loose change. Now, you might be wondering, could you be holding a valuable 2016 penny right now? Here's how to check. Step 1. Look at the mint mark. Rare variations come from Philadelphia. No mint mark, Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. Step 2. Check for any doubling in Lincoln's I, date, or lettering, a sign of a double die error. Step 3. Weigh your penny. Normal pennies weigh 2.5 grams, but some rare errors might be struck on different planchets. Step 4. Inspect the rim and edges for any oddities like miscuts or clipped planchets. Step 5. If you spot anything unusual, get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service. The coin market is booming, and collectors are paying big bucks for rare finds. While a standard 2016 penny is worth 1 cent, error coins and special editions can fetch anywhere from $50 to millions of dollars. If you're lucky enough to find a rare one, you could be in for a major payday. So, the next time you find a 2016 Lincoln penny, don't just toss it aside, take a closer look. You never know if you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more incredible coin collecting discoveries. And let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you have ever found? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into coins or just love history, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Lincoln penny. But we're not just talking about your everyday penny. No, today we're focusing on the rare, the valuable, and the downright mind-blowing 1989 Lincoln penny. You won't believe how much these pennies are worth today. Stick around as we explore the history, the market value, and why one of these pennies recently sold for an astonishing $7.6 million. Let's get into it. Cut to a close-up of a 1989 Lincoln penny. Before we get into the jaw-dropping value of the 1989 Lincoln penny, let's take a quick look at the history of this beloved coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin was designed by the talented engraver Victor David Brenner and featured a profile of Lincoln on the obverse, front side, which became instantly iconic. Cut to a series of images showing the 1909 Lincoln penny. The 1909 Lincoln penny was revolutionary. Not only was it the first U.S. coin to feature a president, but it also replaced the Indian head cent, which had been in circulation since 1859. The reverse side of the coin featured wheat stalks, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots, and thus it became known as the wheat penny. It wasn't until 1959 that the design on the reverse changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial. This design would last for decades. Cut to a close-up shot of a 1989 penny. Now, fast forward to 1989, the year we're focusing on today. The 1989 Lincoln penny features the familiar image of Lincoln on the obverse, with the reverse showing the Lincoln Memorial, a design that would stay in place until 2008. On its own, a 1989 Lincoln penny is not much different from the thousands of others that were minted during that time. In fact, the coin's face value is just 1 cent. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these pennies are worth a lot more than just a penny. Host looks at the camera, looking intrigued. So why is the 1989 Lincoln penny so special? Well, there are a few key factors that can make one of these pennies incredibly rare and valuable. First, let's talk about errors. Some 1989 pennies were minted with mistakes, such as double die errors or incorrect strikes. These errors make certain pennies more valuable to collectors. But it's not just any error that can make a penny worth millions. There's one specific 1989 penny that's making headlines all over the world, and it's worth a jaw-dropping $7.6 million. Cut to a dramatic zoom-in on a rare error penny. Host. This particular penny, known as the 1989 double die obverse error penny, features a significant mistake during its minting process. In this case, the design on the obverse was struck multiple times, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the lettering and image of Lincoln. This kind of error, known as a double die, is one of the rarest and most highly sought-after defects in coin collecting. So what's the big deal with this penny? Well, in the world of coin collecting, the rarer the mistake, the more valuable the coin. This specific 1989 Lincoln penny was found by a sharp-eyed collector who immediately recognized its worth. After extensive verification and grading by the experts, it was confirmed that this penny was one of the most valuable in existence. And when it was auctioned, it sold for an eye-popping $7.6 million. Host now sits down at a table with various coins on display. But what about the rest of the 1989 pennies? Well, for the average 1989 penny, you're still looking at a value of just 1 cent. However, if you have a penny with any kind of error, whether it's a double die, a minting flaw, or some other rare mistake, your penny could fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars in the right market. In general, the rarest and most valuable pennies can range in price from a few $100s to tens of thousands of dollars, depending on their condition, rarity, and the specific error they contain. Coins that are in mint condition, with minimal wear and tear, will often command the highest prices. And if you have a penny from a rare year, such as a 1989 with an error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Host holds up a magnifying glass and begins inspecting coins. Host. So how do you know if your 1989 Lincoln penny is worth more than just 1 cent? Here are a few things to look out for. Double die errors. As we mentioned, double die errors are one of the most sought-after mistakes. Look for noticeable doubling on the lettering or design. Off-center strikes. This happens when the penny is struck outside of the center, giving it an off-kilter look. These coins are rare and can be valuable. Minting flaws. Sometimes, mistakes like a misshapen design or irregularities in the metal can cause a coin to become much more valuable. Host. The best way to determine the value of your penny is to have it graded by a professional. Experts will examine the coin's condition, authenticity, and any errors that may affect its value. Once graded, your coin can be listed in the market, either through auction houses or private collectors. So there you have it. The 1989 Lincoln penny might seem like just another ordinary coin, but as we've seen, certain rare errors can make it a valuable piece of history. Whether it's worth a few dollars or millions, if you're a coin collector, the hunt for rare finds is always an exciting adventure. Who knows? Maybe you've got a $7.6 million penny hidden in your collection right now. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information interesting, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing coin stories. Have you ever found a rare penny? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, happy collecting. Hello, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2017 D. Lincoln penny. We'll explore its history, design, and current market value. Plus, we'll address some misconceptions about its worth. Let's get started. History and design. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring the 16th President, Abraham Lincoln. In 2010, the U.S. Mint introduced the Union Shield, design on the reverse side, symbolizing national unity. The 2017 D penny, minted in Denver, features this design, with a D mint mark denoting its origin, mintage, and circulation. In 2017, the Denver Mint produced approximately 4.27 billion Lincoln Shield pennies. This high mintage means that these coins are common in everyday circulation. Most 2017 D pennies found in pocket change are worth their face value, just 1 cent collectible value, while circulated 2017 D pennies are worth more than their face value. Uncirculated coins in pristine condition can be of interest to collectors. Coins graded as mint state MS 68 red RD have fetched prices up to $1,595 at auction. However, such high-grade coins are rare, and most uncirculated 2017 D pennies are valued between 10 cents and 34 cents. Common misconceptions. Recently, rumors have circulated about a 2017 D penny valued at $8 million. This claim is unfounded. No 2017 D Lincoln penny has been sold or valued anywhere near this amount. The most valuable pennies are typically older coins with rare errors or low mintage figures, such as the 1943 copper wheat penny or the 1909 SVDB penny. Identifying valuable pennies. If you're interested in finding valuable pennies, look for coins with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong planchet errors. Low mintage figures. Coins produced in limited quantities. Historical significance. Older coins or those marking significant events. The 2017 D penny doesn't fall into these categories, making it a common coin in terms of value. Conclusion. While the 2017 D Lincoln penny is a beautiful representation of modern U.S. coinage, it's not a rare or highly valuable coin. Most are worth their face value, though uncirculated, high-grade specimens can fetch modest premiums among collectors. Always research and consult reputable sources when evaluating coin values to avoid misconceptions. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin insights, and share it with fellow enthusiasts. Happy collecting!